giant, oh my God, we have never had more fights in our marriage. And I realized the other day when we were walking the dog, I'm like, when she was yelling at me for something else. And I said, honey, oh my God, I just got an epiphany. It's all my fault. I should have never said, we'll just sort of do it. I should have had you go through the exact process in our management system with a team delivering everything that our clients do, because you would have had the process they're happy with. So my wife will tell you I did work outside the hours at times from home from a laptop, or I would take a phone call at a soccer practice and talk to someone while watching practice. So I was able to pull that off. And then there are times where it just had to wait till the next day. I mean, I'm not a brain surgeon. We're in marketing. I've only had one true marketing emergency in 20 years. Everything else, nobody's going to die, literally, unless they're on Shark Tank right now and there's about to get 2 million hits to their website. It could wait until the next day. And part of that was my fault. It was my belief that I had to answer the phone whenever it rang, and I had to talk to them. And if they were upset, I had to make them feel better right now. And when I drew those boundaries and told our clients, they actually respected it more and said, good for you. I was wondering when you were going to do that. It's about darn time that you spend, take care of your family better, take care of yourself. And I don't need you I know I'm on a different time zone than you. I don't expect you to answer. Like somebody the other night texted me, it was 10:30 at night. And I said, I'm going to bed. Because they said, call me ASAP. And I said, can this wait till tomorrow morning? And they're like, oh, I didn't think you would see it until tomorrow morning. Of course, you're not going to call me at 10:30 at night.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Do you, so how do you specifically set those expectations with the client? Speaking
we tell
of
them up front when they hire us. Now, I learned the hard way. I used to be guilty of overpromising and under-delivering when I had a mess because I was desperate for the sale. And now I've been working for 3 years on under-promise, over-deliver. Yeah. So that is way more important and will save your sanity. So I think people ask that on webinars when we are pitching our service. They say, do we get you? And I used to say, sure, I'll hop in and I'll help out because I wanted this, because I'm like, oh my God, whatever it takes to get the sale. And I say, no, you do not. You will get my team. They are trained by me and I will inform the strategy of the service. But no, I'm not jumping on every client service call. You're not asking me what color your podcast cover art should be. You're not doing, you don't want me. I'm the pretty face that runs a company. You don't want me editing your video or whatever it is.
Right. Well, I know even I had a meeting before our podcast right now, and we were just talking about that. Someone had emailed and they were looking for some response from our company. And they're like, well, we emailed Steve. And we're like, well, there's your first mistake right there. Like the team is going to handle it. It's designed to handle that. Even I had a family thing once. I had a cousin work with me and it was significant. It was a lot of zeros and he spent some money. And then he was expecting that backdoor entry because it's family. And I made the mistake. This is years ago. I made the mistake of allowing some of that because I'm like, oh yeah, it is family. And then I realized in the situation, I'm so glad I realized because we were this close to probably like hating each other for the rest of our life because it wasn't going well. And I was like, what did I do? I created the system to treat everyone like it's family, to give them the best that I could. And I had to tell my cousin, you can't come through the back door. You got to come through the front door because I designed it to come through the front door. And I'm actually messing you up by allowing you to come some back way and not get the full service that my company can deliver. And it fell on my shoulders too. I was taking a whole bunch of stuff on because it was him. And it would have been better to work with my staff because by the time I trained them, they were better than me than what I guess.
I got it. I'll go you one better. I had the same exact experience with my wife.
Oh my God.
So we market.
Okay,
she is a top 100. I got her to start mommy blogging a number of years ago. She is a top 100. We got that to the top 100 mommy blogs in 2018. Then I got her to turn into a book and we got an Amazon bestseller. And a couple months ago, I said, you should really have a podcast. And so I said, oh, I'll do it. I'll be the account rep. Giant, oh my God, we have never had more fights in our marriage. And I realized the other day when we were walking the dog, I'm like, when she was yelling at me for something else. And I said, honey, oh my God, I just got an epiphany. It's all my fault. I should have never said, we'll just sort of do it. I should have had you go through the exact process in our management system with a
Yep.
team delivering everything that our clients do,
Yep.
because you would have had the process they're happy with. You love the product, but you're unhappy with the process because I'm messing it up and not following what the system I built. And oh my God, that's the problem. And I'm so sorry. And we should start over.
It's like going back to how we used to run business. We're like
Yes.
going back to the guy doing it all. And I did the
Yes.
same. Oh my gosh, but I did not do it with my wife, luckily. But oh my gosh, I can see that. That is so hilarious. And sorry that it happened, but I'm so glad that you found it and then put her through the system. She's going to be so much happier.
Yes, absolutely.
That is wild. So you brought up, thanks for sharing that story. And this goes back to why the systems are there. So this actually just, is the topping on the cake right here, that the systems, when you design them, they're made to have an amazing experience. And when you circumvent that for whatever reason, whether it's your wife, your cousin,
I thought I was doing her a favor. I was going to make it happen faster.
And it's not
backfired.
So follow the systems that we create because we created them for a reason. I'm curious because this comes up a lot too, and this is definitely part of the More Business, More Life. Your morning routine. You said you have a personal development morning routine. Are you okay with sharing a little bit about that? Because it's a big deal, and I think in More Business, More Life, how you maintain yourself, right?
Absolutely. So the personal coach I've been working with for the last 6 months is Jarek Robbins, Tony's son, who's amazing. So my personal routine is I go downstairs. I have a polar beat heart rate monitor. I track my heart rate variability, which I then send to him. I then use my Muse headset and I meditate. And I send him the results out of that while I'm doing my affirmations and incantations. And then depending on which day of the week it is, I either go lift weights in my basement because I have a Bowflex, and then I write out the day that how I want it to happen, or I go to my martial arts dojo, train, then shower, then do diagram of the day, and then get started. So there's some form of physical exercise after the initial meditation to get my body up pumped before I start.
That is, and how long, thank you for sharing that. And how long do you give yourself in the morning to do all that whole routine?
Heart rate variability is 2.5 minutes. Meditation is anywhere from 10 to 20, depending on the day. And then if I'm at my martial arts class, it's an hour and 15-minute class. I have to drive there and back. Luckily it's 10 minutes away. If I'm lifting weights in my basement, it's the routine I'm doing is 20 to 30 minutes.
Nice. And then how long for the diagram? I'm curious, like I bet that kind of varies depending on the complexity of the day, or how does that go?
But it's usually less than 10 minutes.
Okay.
I'm writing out everything that I want to happen based on what's planned for that day.
Beautiful. And then after that, then you get off to
get it done.
Go. So then how are you like during the day, like breaks? Do you actually like earmark those, or you kind of just let them happen when they happen? Like, how do you manage yourself during the full day?
When I'm working, I work. That's it. I am the most productive person I know. People always ask me how I get so much done. And I said, well, if I followed you around at your office all day, I'd figure out why you're not getting more done. I'm not sitting at the water cooler talking to people. Right. I am not doing anything other than working. So literally, I can get a lot more done just because there are no distractions. I don't do anything else. And I set in a lot of amount of time for each thing, and it just magically has to get done by that amount of time, or it doesn't get done.
The timers are huge. I'm a big suggester of that, because if you give yourself all day to do something, or you have no end time, then you will tend to take more time. Hey there, I want to give you something really big. It's called Clear Path to Customers. It's the way that we get the right language to get the right client. I like to call them your wow clients, so that you can have more results, more revenue, more raving fans, and more referrals. And I want to give this to you absolutely free. And all you have to do is go to stevenapolitano.com to check it out, or you can look at the description here. We'll put the details there. As always, remember, choose gratitude and create freedom.